So I've kind of alluded in the previous section some of the ways that you can use audio and video files within Canvas, and that is to create announcements. And your announcements don't have to be simply due dates, but they can add to the cultural fabric of your Canvas course. So for example, let's say you just covered momentum last week in your class, and this weekend you happen to go to Six Flags, you rode some roller coasters. You can make an announcement to the class that, hey guys, through a video, hey guys, went to Six Flags, had a whole bunch of fun, and Sally in second period, I remember last week you were talking about momentum on roller coasters. Well, I rode the Shockwave. To begin this week, would you guys mind jumping into the announcements and sharing with me how you experienced momentum this weekend? And give me some specifics, and I want you to use academic language and vocabulary when you're describing your moment. And if I go down here in announcements, allow users to comment, and users must post before seeing the replies. And once I click save, now students can reply to my announcement and share with me their experiences with momentum this weekend. And so again, we're layering academic vocabulary onto the students' experiences, but the kids are able to dig into what they did this weekend as opposed to simply talking about the concept in a dry manner. If we pop down to the discussion boards, we can do a very similar activity with students. So with our Chapter 1 discussion, instead of making students only type out their answers to a prompt, we can ask students to address a prompt, and then they have the option to leave a written response, a video response, or an audio response, but it has to meet this criteria, right? So we can have them use a word bank of 5 academic concepts or some vocabulary. Whether they write, they talk, or they take a video, they have to use 3 of the 5 concepts in their bank. Now going to grades, this is where I've certainly gotten a big bang for my buck when it comes to using audio and video files in Canvas. I teach a little bit of college on the side at a local community college. And sometimes it's better in SpeedGrader to leave a video file than to give a full-fledged response to, let's say, a research paper. So I may upload a rubric here, and that's a topic for a different video, but you can upload a rubric here, click through the rubric, and then your response, the feedback back to the student, can be a video recording. Hey Tommy, I love the way that you addressed the similarities and differences between the Senate and the House. And then I would save that file. That literally took me 34 seconds. So obviously I'm going to read the research paper, compare it to the rubric, leave the audio file or the video file, and that can usually be done within a matter of minutes without having to click in this box over here and typing in a really long response. And finally, on pages. Sometimes on our Canvas pages, we will write down a whole bunch of instruction because we're trying to be clear. And maybe halfway through a paragraph, their eyes will start to get really heavy and they'll totally forget what they were reading. On the pages, if you do have to give a whole bunch of instruction, because there are involved activities, right, that we need to give lots and lots of instruction for the student to really clearly understand what the intention of an assignment might be. For those students who don't like to read, we suggest that you leave a video or audio file using that rich text editor where you actually read the instructions and the students can hear your voice inflection. And that implies that you can emphasize certain words over other words, and that will lead the students to better understand your instruction. The first time I did this in my college course, I actually got thank you emails from students because they couldn't figure out what was important and what wasn't important. But when they listened to my video, not only did I read the instructions, but I gave examples, and that completely clarified for those students what the intention of the assignment was. One of my coworkers, Nicole, loves to say, clear is kind. There's sort of an inverse relationship between being live and face-to-face with the students and being online. The less live face-to-face you have with your students, the more clear you need to be with your instructions on your Canvas courses. And so that's where the audio and the video formats really kick in and help support student understanding on everything from what instructions are on an assignment, to the content, to just simply reflecting and responding to other students themselves.